Play level 9, then we'll probably consider using it. Nah, use that thing on Helldive, not tier 3. Tell me it's a gem. Okay. In this video, we're going to be taking the Purifier into a level 9 Helldive mission. Not solo, because as I said, I'd rather eat the gun than solo Helldive, but in a full group with random teammates. I'll be doing post-mission comms over the video, just talking you through what's going on, and giving you my general thoughts about the Purifier itself. Basically, the point of this video is just to show you that yes, the Purifier is viable on level 9 Helldive difficulty. But that's it, hope you guys enjoy it, let's jump into the mission. Alright, here we go, so dropping down. I think the start of this was kind of messed up. We dropped outside of the area and one of our teammates was a traitor and it just bombed the absolute hell out of us. So it wasn't the best start. You can see right on the edge. Call down my stalwart. So I'm recording this voice over after. Yeah, there you go. So I'm not actually playing live. Because it's very hard to play live and actually say anything of value, especially on Helldive difficulty. I mean, I'm honestly not that experienced with Helldive. This is probably... I mean, I've been running it this week, like... So I've probably done 10 or something in total with the Purifier. So yeah, I'm still pretty noob at Helldive. I usually run Impossible and Suicide Mission. But yeah, it's been good. I mean, I've found the Purifier to be pretty good. It's definitely slow. I mean, it's not the kind of weapon you're going to want to use in emergencies. But yeah, the medium armor penetration is just amazing with the blast radius. You just so good for taking out the big groups and there's so many big groups in Helldive. So I would say it's even more useful, you know, the higher the difficulty, because you get those more swarms, especially since the recent update. You know, they added more sort of larger swarms and less of the huge units, you know, less Bile Titans and stuff. So you can see this at the start here. This is a perfect demonstration of the Purifier because I don't even have my stalwart. I think I called it down and then I died and it's just gone. So I don't know where it dropped. And so the first 5 minutes or so, I'm playing without my stalwart. So this is really not a great showcase of my build because I rely on the stalwart for... You see my turret got taken out there. For all the small guys, the hunters and stuff, when they come up and they're, you know, pushing me. But I don't have it, so I have to rely just on my sidearm and the Purifier. So it's quite a good showcase of the Purifier itself. And yeah, you can see here I've got a lot of these Bile spewer dudes. So the Purifier is absolutely perfect for locking down them, stopping them from shooting, and for taking them out. So yeah. I just found it really effective for that, for stopping it, you know, for helping my teammates, stopping it spewing on them, and just for, yeah, just taking them down, not needing to use my stratagem weapon for it at all. Don't need an auto cannon or anything to take them out, and you get the stagger, so you can interrupt their attacks, and yeah, I found it really, really good against those larger enemies. Yeah, and against the big groups, so it's been great. I would say that I think a weapon like the Punisher Plasma is probably a better all-round weapon, just because you can use it in emergency situations. You know, if you're left only with the Punisher Plasma, it's just kind of easier to run and gun with. Whereas the Purifier, as you can see here, we have to sort of slow down, you know, be really aware of our surroundings so we don't get run up on. But yeah, you just have to kind of take your time a bit more. So it's just, yeah, you have to kind of, you know, fit your playstyle around it. But it's definitely usable. I would say if you're on a lower difficulty, if you're on, you know, extreme or something, you're probably just not going to find that many uses for it. Because there's not that many big swarms. But yeah, I think on these higher difficulties, that's quite good. It's been... I found it really, really useful. And yeah, the other thing that I've noticed is that it's really good for taking out enemies around the big guys. So if I'm shooting at, say, a Bile spewer, and then there's like a couple of hunters or scavengers around them, you'll take them out as well. So you'll be going for a direct hit on the Bile spewer, and then you'll get hits on those little enemies around it. So that's one really great advantage. That's something that the Scorcher, you don't really get much of that going on. Punish Plasma, obviously you do, but yeah, and even if you can't see those other enemies, you'll often get them. You know, if they're like below your eye line, you can't actually see them, you'll often get them with the blast radius. So that's quite good. And so we're going for the artillery here. I think this bit's quite boring, so I might skip ahead. We just get all the canisters for that. And there's a good situation here. We call down our machine gun sentry here to take out this group, and then just bomb them from above with the purifier. Just totally interrupt those Bile spewers. Just so good for that. And take out these hive guards. Pretty easy. 3 shots now for a hive guard. 3 direct hits. 1 direct hit on that hunter. And yeah, that's a perfect situation where you got a bit of elevation. You can shoot down on them. So I really like that. My sidearm's good for the hunters. Still don't have my stalwart, which is it means I have to rely on the sidearm for the hunters. But we'll pick it up soon enough. In the next couple of minutes, I think we grab it. I'll skip ahead again because this bit's boring. Alright, so we finished off that artillery, and now we got a couple more Bile spewers here. Honestly, this video is like a Bile spewer killing video. There were so many in this mission. And yeah, I think the Purifier is probably one of the best weapons for taking them out. They just can't get you. Like, they just can't hit you. If you time your charge up well enough anyway, you can just avoid getting hit at all times. I don't think they ever spewed on me, really, this entire mission. So it's really great for them. And for the nursing spewers, perfect for them as well. Takes them out really quickly. Maybe 3 hits, I think. And great for brood commanders. Just stagger them all over the place. 3 tap them in the head. Usually I get them in 4. So we got our EAT here for the charger. These guys are hard to take out, though. I've found that you really have to be accurate with your headshots to take them out in 2 EATs. Otherwise, you can often spend 3 or so on them. So they're much more frustrating to take out than the original chargers, the vanilla chargers. But you can use the purifier on the back of them if you can land that hit underneath them. I don't know why I'm calling my sentry here. It's just going to get taken out by the charger. That does happen quite a lot. So I've been thinking like I might replace the sentry with an Eagle Airstrike, just because I don't know, it's more reliable. You don't get it. It doesn't get taken out by anything, obviously. Whereas the sentry, I do. Yeah, see, there you go. That blast radius there was really good. Just do kind of a side shot at close range, and you can take out the brood commanders. If they get too close, you can take out any of the enemies if they get too close. So we got a group of hunters. Switch to our stalwart, which we do finally have. So good to have. Would have been tough if I just had my sidearm or the purifier. And so we got a couple of Bile spewers here. Ooh, can we get him? Yeah, nice. Before he jumped. We got to reload. Ooh, we got a hunter right behind us. Stalwart is great for them. Get wrecked. The hunters are a bit glitchy lately, I found. But yeah, again, we can bomb these guys with the purifier. Absolutely smash them. Get wrecked. Stop them from bombing us, bombing our teammates. And yeah, so one of the things I found when I started using this with a squad rather than on my own is that since the update, because they increased the damage, they reduced the drop-off on the AoE, it's just much more dangerous. So I was killing my teammates a decent amount, and so I just had to be really careful about where I was shooting, because in the past, if you got a shot on your teammate, you might knock them over or do a tiny bit of damage to them, but now you can kill them if they're a little bit low health. So you got to be really careful. But, you know, punished person is the same. You gotta be super careful when you're shooting that. And so, yeah, I mean, I've noticed, I honestly never see anyone using that weapon. I don't know why, because people seem to talk it up quite a lot, but yeah, on Helldive difficulty, it's pretty much the main weapons you see people using are the Breaker Incendiary, and the Scorcher. On bugs anyway, yeah, there's just very little else. Also the new, I can't remember what it's called, the new submachine gun that people really like. So you see that a little bit. Other than that, though, I mean, I've never seen anyone else use the Purifier. So people haven't discovered its utility yet, despite me making like 3 videos about it. This will be my 4th. But yeah, I do get the hate. I mean, it's a pretty frustrating weapon to use sometimes. So I totally understand people not liking it. Oh, I hate these things. I'm really bad at them. Okay, I went the wrong way. So I have to go to the missile silo, don't I? It was like, I don't know. I never pay attention to the names there, so I don't know which one I'm going to. I just like, yeah, just trial and error until I get it. But yeah, I think, yeah, people still don't really like the Purifier, which I understand. It's very niche, and it takes a lot of getting used to. And it just kind of restricts you in terms of the build that you can use. You basically have to be using either a stalwart machine gun, maybe heavy machine gun, or laser cannon. I just don't think you can really get away with using any other weapon, any other stratagem weapon, and I think you need a stratagem weapon. Otherwise, you're just going to be relying on your sidearm too much. So, yeah, that's one of the problems with it. It definitely restricts you. But, you know, I found the same restrictions with the Dominator, particularly against bugs. I just found that you can't take out scavengers and hunters with it, really. It's just not, I mean, you can, but it's not practical. And, you know, what the clip is 15 rounds or something, you're not going to want to use one of those 15 for a scavenger. It's just ridiculous. And it's too hard to track the hunters with the Dominator. It's just too slow to turn. So it's just not really viable, I don't think. And the Purifier too, yeah, it's not really viable unless you have a stalwart or something, or a machine gun, laser cannon. I'd say the Purifier is probably even more viable than the Dominator is against bugs, if you're taking it on its own, without any other fast-firing stratagem weapon. Because you can take out the groups with it, you know, whereas the Dominator you really can't. So, yeah, that's one of the problems with it. So, yeah, more restricted for sure. But I don't really mind that. I kind of enjoy the... I enjoy having restrictions. Yeah, it just kind of forces you to be a bit creative. So we can see we were struggling a little bit to take out this charger. I found that it is, I don't know why, but I find it a bit harder to use the Purifier to shoot underneath the charges to get that weak spot or the, you know, fleshy part. Since the update, I'm not sure why. It's quite strange. Yeah, a bit harder to take out. Yeah, so here, this is a perfect situation for the Purifier. We can just bomb him from above. Oh, we could use our grenades as well. Grenades is perfect. Now I remember this. I tried to take out this nest on my own. I didn't actually realize that I'd been, like, I think E2 there. Eventually left. Don't know if he got killed and revived elsewhere. But he ended up leaving, and then I was on my own. And yeah, I tried for a little while to take it out, but it's just a bit too hard for one person. I don't have a autocannon or grenade launcher or anything to take out the hole, so I just had to rely on grenades. And yeah, at some point I just gave up. Just left. Don't think we ended up taking it out. I'm not sure. So you can see that's a perfect situation for the stalwart. Just if we do get, you know, enemies do get the jump on us, we can take him out quickly. Yeah, so our teammate got taken out. Our turret's probably about to run out of ammo, and we're pretty much screwed. This is what the airstrike could be good for. Eagle airstrike. We could bomb that big group there. Our turret was okay. It wasn't super effective. And yeah, I'm struggling here. Now I'm getting swarmed. What can I do? I just don't have anything to deal with this many enemies. So, probably time to leave, I think. it's just too much. I think it's about now that I realize that I'm on my own. Wow, Purifier absolutely melted that Bile spewer. Oh my god, I'm in trouble. Yeah, time to flee. Good. Resupply. Very selfish. I'm totally out of grenades. So maybe I was thinking, yeah, I'll get more grenades and then go check out the rest of the hive, but I didn't end up doing it. You see that side shot there on the scavenger? It's quite good. Gotta get the resupply. Yeah, Erroneous Lex said I'm being too greedy. That's exactly how I thought. Yeah, I thought I was trying to do a bit too much by taking out this, these bug holes. Do I take this? Yeah, I do take this. That's probably it. Oh my god, look at them all. No, I can't take out that many. There's 4 Bile spewers and a Brood Commander, a bunch of Hunters. I don't stand a chance, really. It's a little bit too hard for just one person. With this build, anyway. If I had my auto cannon build, I might be able to do it. Auto maxing. If you haven't watched that video, definitely watch it. It's a great fun video, great fun build to use. Still trying to take out this bug hole. Oh my god. A bug nest, I should call it. Okay, yeah, that's it. I give up. Too hard. Not gonna happen. I realized everyone else had abandoned me, so time to rejoin them. Put the machine gun sentry down to cover my tracks, just to give myself a bit of an easier time to retreat. I'll fast forward a little bit so we can rejoin our squad. Okay, we've rejoined the squad here. I think we did pretty well in this mission. I'm not sure how low we got in terms of the reinforcements, but yeah, I remember it being a pretty good run. The squad was sort of separated a little bit, and then we came back together and continued. I find on Helldive the squads tend to separate into 2 groups, or you'll have one guy go off on his own and do some of the missions, and then 3 will go off together. I don't really like to play like that. I prefer to just play all 4 together, but I don't know. I'm just kind of a purist, I guess, in that way. I think of it as a team game, and I'm Helldivers 1 veteran, so I kind of like the idea of everyone sticking together. But yeah, apparently it's not really the ideal way to play, just in terms of making the most of the breaches, having all the breaches maybe go to one area, take off some of the heat. So I've heard that, yeah, it's better to separate, but I don't know. I don't find it as fun. I like having a really tight group, just working together really well. So we're engaging this group on the side, smash that Bile spewer. I think that Bile Titan's gone. We got a couple of Hunters, take him out in 1 hit, beautiful. That's just what I love about this gun. Just 1 shot. Takes out 2 enemies. It's just awesome. And close range as well. You can still get away with shooting at close range. Whereas Punisher Plasma, I don't think we'd be able to really take out those 2 there. We'd have to retreat and get a bit more space. But the Purifier, you can just be really, really accurate. They just shoot slightly off to the side, take him out, don't get any splash damage. So I quite like it for that. But it's dangerous, yeah. I mean, if you're right on the edge of the splash area, you can still get absolutely wrecked. Like the very, very edge, it'll take off half your health. So you have to be really careful. Our turret's about to get taken out, I think, by that charger, unfortunately. That's one of the things with these bigger chargers. I can't remember what they're called. Is they're so hard to kill, and they just wreck your turrets. Whereas before, like with the smaller charges, the lighter armor charges, you could just EAT them once in the face, and you'd be able to keep your turret. But now those bigger ones are just really hard to kill. So it's just cost me so many turrets. It's really quite frustrating. So yeah, it might be better to switch the sentry for an Eagle Airstrike or a 500 kg or something like that. Gatling barrage even maybe, which I like since the patch. It's great. It's massively improved. You can just call it down constantly. So yeah, that's definitely viable. And I love that. I've used that in my autocannon build, and it was really effective. So, and you know, even more so now with the heavily armored. Yeah, I mean, I used it before the patch, but before the buff. But now it's got the damage to heavily armored dude, so you can take out charges with it. You can even do damage to Bile Titans. Right, so our machine gun sentry's recharged already again. Even though we pretty much just called it down. It's so good. That's one thing I love about it. And I think as I said, if I was going to switch it out for something, I might switch it for Eagle Air Strike, or the Gatling Barrage is really good. That also has a really short cooldown since the update. 60 seconds, I think, maybe 70. So you can just call it down constantly. And yeah, machine gun sentry, you can just call down constantly. That's amazing. And this build also has the EAT, which you can call down every 70 seconds or so as well. So I love that. I love being able to just constantly call things down whenever I need them. So yeah, that's the way I like to play. That was just carnage. I love that. There was this huge battle. They just got absolutely nuked. Alright, so we're going to launch the IC beam. I don't even think I even make it over there. I think our teammates just take that out for me. I think we get pulled off to some other mission. Yeah. I'll fast forward this a little bit. Okay, we got a group here. Okay, engaging with our Purifier. Interesting. Got some good hits on them there. Took out a couple of hunters with one hit. And now again, we got Bile spewers. And we got a charger as well. Ooh, that hurt. Ouch. Take out this charger somehow. I think I got EATs again. Yep, grab my EATs again. This is just an easy one, so we can get him in one hit. Interrupt the Bile spewer. He's moving anyway. We still got that charger behind us. There he is. And we should be able to one-tap him. These guys are so easy now. How is that not a direct hit to the face? Are you kidding me? Man, I don't know if they've changed that, but they used to be much easier to one-tap. I don't know what happened to my stalwart. It's just completely vanished. That's so weird. I don't know, that sometimes happens. And they're just gone off the map as well. Very weird. Maybe I forgot to pick it up before. I don't know. I'll have to go back and have a look, but I may have forgotten to grab it. I thought I had it. But yeah, where's my stalwart? Used to be something I just constantly say. I just constantly lose track of it. And so our sentry's coming down again. Should help us take out these Bile spewers with that medium armor pen. Oh. Don't know what we got hit from then. Maybe this guy. Get wrecked. I just love the Purifier for them. It's just so good for just locking him down. Making... Okay, yeah, it's going to get taken out again. Oh, no, it didn't. Nice. We actually used it all up. Another charger. Yeah, I sometimes use my rail cannon for them. It's just bloody easier. But then we don't have it for any Bile Titans that pop up, which they do tend to on this difficulty. So yeah, sometimes I just decide I don't want to bother with grabbing EATs, you know, and trying to take them out with it, and they're just kind of frustrating. So easier just to one-tap them with the rail cannon. You see again, the Purifier is great to just stop the enemies from pushing us. Give us a bit of space, and we can just kind of hold our ground. We don't have to retreat at all. It just staggers them enough to maybe just keep shooting, you know, keep our fire rate up as fast as we can, and just keep them staggered. I just love it. Especially, like, that's another reason I really like playing again with like a tight group where everyone's sticking together. Because the Purifier really shines in those situations, because I can constantly use it to interrupt the enemy's attacks. And honestly, the number of times I've been playing with friends on voice comms and had them say, oh my god, the stagger, like the interrupt on the Purifier is so good to have. You know, they're not using it, I'm just using it in their team, and they notice how much it's helping them. I think I've got a mate with that uses a Scorcher all the time, and he doesn't get the same kind of interrupt. So on enemies like Bile spewers, so he really appreciates the Purifier's interrupt. So he's a huge fan of having Purifier player on his team. I don't think I've ever had a mention of it on like text chat with random groups, but yeah, my mates on voice comms always mention it. So need to take out this Bile Titan. Don't think we got him. Maybe 2 AATs. Maybe not. I don't think we end up getting him. I think he ends up just continuing. Can't get side of him. No, yeah, oh well. They are hard to get. I don't think they're harder than they used to be or anything, but yeah, if you don't get the rail cannon strike on him. Oh, he did die. Wow, must have. I don't know what took him out there. But yeah, rail cannon strike plus 2 EATs generally takes out the. I mean, every time actually takes out the Bile Titans. Right, so what are we doing here? We've got a group. Absolutely smashed that Bile spewer. Get wrecked. Right, now we're going to take out this guy. Another armored one. Did that guy take him out? He did. Nice one. So we don't need these EATs then. Yeah. So I often destroy those just so they come up on the map. On the radar. Otherwise you just can't see them, you just lose track of them. So if I ever need to grab one, if I'm retreating back to base or something, sorry, back to the extract, I can just grab them. And yeah, actually, so you notice I shot that, I was charged up my Purifier and then I shot it at the EAT drop pod, and yeah, that's one annoying thing about this gun is that you often have to waste, if you charge it up, you have to waste the shot. If there's no enemies around, you just have to fire it off into the sky. And I think it's a bit ridiculous that you can't just change weapons to cancel the charge. Or, I don't know, just have some button to cancel it. But as it is at the moment, you'll have to just waste the shot. So it's a bit of a shame. It's kind of a glaring omission. I mean, I don't think that applies to any other weapon in the game, because the other charge weapons are infinite ammo, so it doesn't matter. Like the arc thrower, you can just, you're not wasting anything because it's completely infinite. So that might be something that they could change about the Purifier, is make it actually infinite ammo. I just think it would fit the gun. Yeah, it's just in line with the design of the arc thrower. I don't see why the Purifier can't operate in the same way. I don't think it would make it OP. I mean, and if that's OP, then the arc thrower is probably OP as well. I guess the main difference is that the arc thrower is pretty easy to kill your teammates with, whereas the Purifier, it doesn't happen that often. Arc thrower, you can get accidental kills just constantly, even if you shoot, not that close to them. Like, yeah. It can still arc into them. So I guess that's the biggest downside, and it's probably the reason no one uses it. I haven't seen anyone use the arc thrower for a long time, or the blitzer even. Yeah, no one really uses it on these higher difficulties. Not in my experience anyway. What are we going to do? We're going to take out this charger, and this is a good situation for the Purifier. We can bomb these guys from above, even the little guys. Easy to get groups of them with the Purifier from this elevated position. Charger's not dead. Maybe he's very close to death though. That didn't even kill him, even though he's absolutely shredded. He still didn't die. That probably didn't kill him either. They're really hard to kill, those guys. I think he's still alive. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called. Something Charger. Behemoth. That's it. Charger Behemoth. Behemoth Charger? Charger Behemoth? Yeah, they're very annoying. But it's a good addition. I think the charges were a little bit too easy before. You could just one-tap them with an EAT. So it was like 2 charges with a single EAT drop pod. That's just crazy. So, yeah, I like the Behemoths. I think it's a great addition. That might be the worst artillery strike I've ever thrown. I think I killed a single enemy I thought the enemies were going to push further towards me, but they ended up stopping. So that was terrible. Total waste. And yeah, someone asked in the comments why I got rid of the jetpack and from this build, because in my original Purifier build I had a jetpack. And yeah, I think it's definitely good to have. I do miss it, and I do sometimes ask like teammates to throw it down for me. So I do still recommend the jetpack. You could maybe switch the machine gun turret for it, but I think that kind of kills your swarm clearing potential a little bit too much. So I do like to have the machine gun turret, or yeah, maybe eagle airstrike or something like that. But jetpack, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna take a backpack, I would probably recommend the jetpack with this weapon. Just kind of a get out of jail free card, and also to give yourself a bit of elevation. It's quite good to have. So your Purifier is good for these situations. So these kind of choke points where the enemies have to come around the corner. I love the Purifier for these. You just bomb the edge, like the point where they have to come around the corner, and just wreck. Just keep them locked down. Really, really good for those. You just shoot at the ground. So yeah, I love it for that. Just perfect. And that's the thing about this weapon. There are so many situations that come up where it really shines. And yeah, I don't really notice that. I guess the reason that I notice that with the Purifier is because it doesn't shine in really clearly in a couple of key situations. And so when it does shine, when it is extremely useful, it's quite obvious. So you could say that's sort of a slight against the weapon, but yeah, I just find it extremely useful in those situations. Like when it's good, it's really, really, really good. And yeah, well, unfortunately when it's bad, it's absolutely terrible. So yeah, just a bit of a niche weapon, that's all. I thought there were some samples there for some reason. But yeah, anyway, that's the Helldive run. So that was, as I said, that was probably the 10th Helldive run I've done in the last few days with the Purifier. And that was probably one of the best ones. But yeah, as you can see, like, it's not a bad weapon at all. Particularly when you get lots of bile spewers, lots of those like medium armored enemies. It's just really good. Great for the big swarms, and it's even better against bots as well. You know, I don't play against bots that often, but I would say this is one of the best anti-bot weapons. Dominator is one of them. I don't know. I think the Punisher Plasma is probably quite good as well, but I love the Purifier against bots. The stagger is just incredible. And the long range, you can take out Striders in a couple of hits at that really long range before they even get a chance to engage. Absolutely wrecks Dominators, Devastators. Take out drop. You can take out the what are they called? The planes. I can't remember what they're called. You can't take out drop ships, unfortunately, but that would be OP. So yeah, it's a great weapon. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this style of video. It's totally different from what I usually do. I know it's, you know, I hope I didn't ramble too much, but yeah, I just thought it might be interesting just to give you just some evidence that this weapon is actually viable at the higher difficulties. You can see my kills were pretty good. I think I was one of the top kills, like 350, 311, 425, 131. So I had some of the best kills out of everyone. I died the least. And decent accuracy as well, one of the best accuracy. And yeah, these guys are not low level, 71, 73. So, you know, I don't know about this guy. Ez was maybe the autocannon dude, so maybe he was taking out, the heavier enemies, I'm not sure. But yeah, not a bad performance at all. And I do find that I find that I'm fairly evenly ranked with my teammates, and it's not like I'm getting like the lowest kills or anything like that. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. If you want more of this style of video, maybe with different weapons, different runs. If you'd rather me do the comms while I'm actually playing, I could try to do that. But yeah, as usual guys, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. GG.